All right. So, good afternoon to everybody. This is Doc Debbie again, sharing to you the topics on how to be an effective and confident speaker through the three specific topics that I'm going to share with you today. And these are how to converse and how to be an effective communicator using the phrases on how to make or how to ask directions and how to give directions and how to agree on something that has been said or that has been asked for you to decide on. Okay, so agree or not agree. All right. So again, I would say good afternoon to everybody, and we go straight to our topic today. And here it is. Right, so we are now in our English lesson 5. And again, I am Miss Debbie Domingo Lagundi, a PhD holder and a CELTA certified by the Cambridge University. So, the first one here is how to be asking directions. How to give directions. And how to say, or ways to say, I agree. Let's take the first one. Ways to ask directions. What is this direction? If you are new in a place and you want to get to a certain place in that new environment, then you say, oh my God, I'm lost. How can I find my way? How can I find my way? Or, oh my God, I'm lost. How can I go back to where I have started? So now you are asking directions to people. How will you express yourself in English? So you can ask like, how do I get to, and then the place you want to go? How do I get to the post office? How do I get to the mall? How do I get to the gasoline station? How do I get to the petrol station? How do I get to Rames? How do I get to Lulu? How do I get to the park? How do I get to the nearest coffee shop? How do I get to the mosque? All right. How do I get to Muscat if you are lost on your way to Muscat? How do I get to Muscat Expressway? How do I get to the university? How do I get to the school? How can we get to the school? So if there are many of you and you want to go to the school, then you say, how can we get to the school? It's we, right? How can we get to the cinema? How can we get to the mall? How can we get to the house again, to the flat? Because you're lost, you're very new in the place. How can we get to the souk? How can we get to Matra? How can we get to Barca? How can we get to Musana? how can we get to the house of our mudira, right? Next, another way to ask directions. Could you direct me to the nearest mall or to the nearest convenience store? So you're asking a person to lead you to where the mall is, the nearest mall or the nearest convenience store. So can you direct me, please, to the nearest mall? Can you direct me, please, to the nearest mosque? Can you direct me, please, to the nearest shop? Can you direct me, please, to the nearest petrol station? I'm running out of gas. Can you direct me, please, on how to get to um, um, department store here in Rostock? Could you direct me, please, to get to the nearest Lulu supermarket, Lulu hypermarket? Could you direct me, please, how to get to Pizza Hut? Could you direct me, please, how to get to Domino's Pizza? All right. Or you have a lot of ways to get to the mall, and you are asking the best way to get there. So, which could be the best way to get to the mall? Which could be the best way to get to the beach? Which could be the best way to get to Barca? Which could be the best way to get to Rostock? Which could be the best way to get to the school? It means you have a lot of choices to go left, to go right, to go straight, to go the backside of maybe of a building or whatnot, or going back left. So which way is the best way to get to where I must go or to my destination? Or you can also ask the distance, like how far do you think is the mall, or how far do you think is the Lulu hypermarket to my house? How far? If they say it's about 100 kilometers away, oh, that's really far. So I must be speeding at 120 and I can get there in less than 10 minutes, maybe, or so. All right. So you are trying to calculate the answer for how far would be distance in meters or in kilometers. How far is the house to your school? Other ways to ask directions could be, Madam, sir, I'm looking for this address. Do you know which way it is? Because you don't like to make mistake and you have only a few petrol left. So you must be precise, you must be sure, you must be correct where you are going to. I'm looking for this address. Would you mind directing me to that place? I'm looking for this address. Do you know which way to go to? All right. Or you are not so sure if you are on the right road to your destination. So, for example, you're going to Salala, and as if you have not seen that place before, they said, oh, this is a very new place for me. Are we on the right road for Salala? Are we on the right road to Muscat? Are we on the right road to the institute? Because I have not seen this. Did you take a shortcut? Did you take a shorter way to get to the institute? Are we on the right road? Or, I got lost. Can you show me on the map where I am now, please? I got lost. Can you show me on the map where I must drive to? I got lost. I'm afraid I might reach my destination on time. How do I find the brand shops of Levi's and Coach? Do you have any idea? How do I find the brand shops? How do I find cafe in Rustock? How do I find the nearest bank from my place? How do I find the nearest petrol station? How do I find the nearest convenience store? How do I find um, the nearest bakery? How do I find the nearest grocery? How do I find the nearest fish market? All right. I want to go to Jabal Dar. Is it far? All right. So is it far? That would also be asking directions. So they will say, not really that far. You can go here, there, and okay. So they will give you the direction. So I want to go to Jabal Akdar. Is it far from here? Yes, maybe about 1,000 kilometers away. Right. Now, after asking those questions, the person who will give you the direction will be saying this. Or if they have asked you how to get to the nearest mall or to the nearest petrol station, then you can answer them this way. It depends on how the direction would be, but these are some words that you can use. Go straight ahead. Go straight ahead. All right. Then you can turn left into Smith Road. If you are not very sure of the name of the road, then you can say, go straight ahead. Then turn left on the first left. Turn left on the first left. Because you have first left, second left, third left, for example. The first left that you can see, turn left from there. Or the first right you can see, turn right from there. Then go straight ahead again, and on your right will be the petrol station. Simple, 3 steps. Go straight ahead, turn left into Smith Road, or turn left into the first left, and on your right would be the petrol station. Or if there are other directions, would be turn left, then go along the road. It means you just have to go along the road. Don't turn right, don't turn left. Okay, go straight ahead, turn left, and then go along the road. Okay, there's no left and right on this. And then take the first right. Normally, we only say that if we are on the road. Yeah, go straight ahead, turn into the first left, or if you know the street name, turn into Smith Road, or turn into Taganas Road, or turn into Brookshields Road, something like that. Yeah, and then go along the road. Don't turn left nor right. That's what it means. Go along the road. And then if you see a road going right, the first road going right, take the first right. Or it's not just the first right. If there is a second right as well, then take the second right. Okay? Or you can also say you have to cross the road after. Cross the road means you're going to the opposite side. Okay? Cross means go to the opposite side. And the building will be on your right. Okay? So go straight, turn left, go along the road, cross, and the building is on your right. Or You can also say, instead of go along the road, you can say keep on the road. It means you don't need to go left nor right. Keep on the road. Then you can enter the first right or take the first right. Okay, I always put here first right because wherever your position is, you might be saying, where's the first right? Wherever your position is, the first right will be the first road on your right. Okay, first road on your right. Okay, your first right could be the third right of another person looking for that address because he's a bit far from you. So your first right could be the third right, or it could be the second right of a person looking for the same address. Okay. Or when you go up, you say, yeah, you can go up. Okay, go up. If you are looking for a room number, then you say go up, and on your right says 324, then get into that door. Just knock the door, and a person will be opening the door for you. Or if they ask, is it far? Is it far from here? Then you may say, yeah, it is about 100 meters from here, not really far. Okay, so that is giving how many meters distance is the destination to where you are currently in. Or you can say, you can see the building at the middle of the block. Okay, middle of the block, it means at the center of the block. Block means there is no way for you to go right, go left, but that is it's like a square area, and at the middle of the road is the building you are looking for, the address you're looking for. So you can say it's in the middle of the block. Or you can also say it is next to the mall. Okay, next to the mall means that's the building adjacent to the mall. This is the mall, and then the next one will be the building you are looking for. Example is this. If this is, can you see my arrow moving? If this is the mall, then, and this is the building you are looking for, you can say it's next to the mall. Can you see my arrow moving? Okay. Or you can say in front of the mall, or behind the mall, or at the middle of the block. Okay. Right. And how are you going to say, I agree? Meaning, I agree to that direction. I agree to that location. I agree that we're going to do this work. I agree that I will be driving you to school. I agree that I will be coming with you to the party. I agree that we're going to Muscat together to watch a movie. I agree that we're going to the beach and watch the surfers. Okay, so let's see what are the ways by which we can say I agree. Right, you can say, oh yeah, that is a good idea. I agree with you 100%. Okay, so if somebody would say, please reduce eating sweets because that's not good for you, you will soon have a problem with your blood sugar in the future. Then you say, absolutely, I agree with you 100%. I agree. Yes, that's true. That's true. I agree. Okay. Next, you're absolutely right. We don't need to eat much sweets. We just have to eat enough, not too much, because it's not good for our health. You're absolutely right. Or you may say, that's for sure. That is absolutely correct. That it's not good to be eating a lot of sweets. Or, yeah, this is a slang where, um, for example, you know that person whom I have advised not to eat a lot of sweets when he or she was small, for example, then now she has a problem with her skin. Her skin has a lot of spots. Why? Because of too much sweets that she's eating. And then you can say, instead of, yes, I agree with you, we should not be eating a lot of sweets. Instead of saying a lot, I agree with you, then you can just tell me about it. Okay? Tell me about it. Okay? So instead of saying, I agree of what you're saying, you can just say, tell me about it. Or, oh, this is duplicated, that's for sure. Oh, sorry, that's so true. Sorry. That's so true. All right. That's so true, which is the same as that is for sure or that's for sure. Instead of saying, yes, I agree what you're saying, that is so true. Okay. So if your dad will say, for example, I told you not to be eating sweets, a lot of sweets. Now you have toothache. I told you to brush your teeth before going to sleep, but you did not listen to me. Now we are here in the teeth doctor. We are now here at the dentist pulling out your teeth. Why? Because you are hard headed. I told you to not eat too much sweets. What's the problem now? You are suffering because you have toothache. Then your sister would say, that's so true, Dad. You're absolutely right. Ali was not listening to me. I told him not to eat so much sweets before sleeping. And then your other sister might say, tell me about it. Okay. Now, other ways could be, that's exactly how I feel. Okay. That's also, I agree. That's exactly how I feel. Like, well, let's not go to the beach meantime because the weather is not good and we might not be enjoying the beach. We will not we will not be enjoying our time there because it's windy and it's gloomy. And I know that the waves are very high and wild, and I don't feel even comfortable going to the beach today. Then you say, instead of saying, I agree, then you just say, that's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel as well. I don't feel like going because the weather is not good. It's very gloomy, it's so cloudy. That's exactly how I feel. Or you can say, I'm afraid I agree with Tom that we might not go today, or we must not go today because we will not enjoy the sun. There's no sun today. We might as well go when sun is there or Mr. Sunshine is there. I'm afraid I agree with my sister. I agree with my sister. Okay. Next, when you want to agree as well, you can say, I was just about to say that. So the same scenario, like, oh, I'm sorry, we cannot go to the beach today because, well, I know that you have prepared already. You have your food there, you have your clothes there to wear, you have your buckets there to get some sand, play with the sand. But I'm sorry, the weather is not for us today, and we cannot enjoy the sun because it's windy and cloudy. Then somebody would say, I agree, I don't like to go too. Or they can say, I was just going to say that because I noticed that the weather seemed not not really happy happy for us to go. So it's a bit cloudy. And according to the weather forecast, the clouds will not go until tomorrow afternoon. So I guess we just have to postpone it and we'll just have to go tomorrow so we can enjoy it better. Right? And another one is, you have a point there. So this is also saying, I agree. Example, we are supposed to go to the beach today, but because the weather is not for us, the weather is very cloudy, it's windy, and I guess it will rain as well. There's a storm coming, and I guess we don't need to go anymore. We just have to have our party in the house. Let's eat our food here, or we can play with sand at the backyard. We have a bucket of sand, and we just have to wait for the rain, and uh, we just have to we just have to bath under the rain, maybe. Then somebody would say, yes, I agree. Or, you have a point there. Yeah, it's better to stay here rather than going out, because we do not know what's going to happen after an hour, because according to the weather forecast, there's a storm coming. Right. And you can also say, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. This is when you absolutely agree. Example, um, I think I had given this example already before, the past few lessons. Like, Mary will be given an award as the best student in the class this school year. So somebody would say, I was about to say that. And then somebody would say, I agree, because she's the best in all subjects, reading and writing and listening and speaking. She has everything. So she could be the top student this school year. And somebody could also say, without any point to argue, you say, no doubt about it, she will be the awardee. It means you agree absolutely. It's an absolute agreement without further explanation. Then you say, no doubt about it. Okay, so thanks for watching. And I hope you have picked something from here. And we'll see you again tomorrow, next time. Yeah, tomorrow. And yeah, this is all what I can share today. How to ask directions, how to give directions, and how to agree, okay, on what somebody has said. All right. Thank you so much, Prof. Chung, for coming over. And thank you to all who has listened to this broadcast again. And I'm praying hard that we will see each other again tomorrow. So to my students, I hope I have helped you out with this topic. And I would say, God loves you, God loves me, God loves us all. This is Wonderful Mommy Devs. That's my YouTube channel. Or this is Doc Debbie as a lecturer. Okay. And I say bye to all of you. I hope that our day-to-day lesson is helping you out to improve your skills in speaking. And as a speaker, or as a conversationalist, then we need to improve the phrases we say every single day. People can pick from our words and they can learn from us. So be a channel of change, be a channel of vocabularies, be a living and walking dictionary for others. Okay, so we end from here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now. All right, bye for now. See you next time. Tomorrow will be lesson 6.